Dead 2. Dead by Dawn.
Evil Dead 2 was set free into the world on March 13, 1987. A sequel to 1981's The Evil Dead, the film follows Ashley Williams, played once again by the legendary Bruce Campbell, as he tried to survive against the Evil Dead in a secluded cabin. Like his predecessor, Evil Dead 2 was directed by Sam Raimi, who also wrote the script alongside Scott Spiegel. Spiegel was responsible for putting most of the black humor into the story, making Part 2 stand out from the first Evil Dead that was more of a straight-out horror film. Raimi's original idea for a sequel was to have Ash battle the forces of evil during the Middle Age, but due to the small budget, the idea had to be scrapped. This concept would end up becoming the basis for the third film, Army of Darkness, released 5 years later. Evil Dead 2 is often confused for a remake of Part 1, since the first 7 minutes are a retelling of some of the events of the first one. This was done on purpose by the filmmakers. Since they couldn't get the rights to use footage from the original, they had to create a recap, so the newcomers would not be confused by the story. According to Raimi himself, Evil Dead 2 got made thanks to none other than Stephen King. King was a huge fan of the original and convinced Dino De Laurentiis to finance the sequel. The film was produced for $3.6 million and went on to make $5.6 million in the US alone. It was considered a small hit. They got a sequel made, a remake, and a TV show that carries on the story of Ash and his continuous battle against the Evil Dead. We open the film with Ash and his girlfriend Linda as they go on vacation to an abandoned cabin in the woods. Upon arrival, Ash plays a tape of Professor Raymond Nobby talking about the Book of the Dead. Nobby and his wife Henrietta were spending time in the cabin while he studied the book. In the recording, the professor recites passages from the book, which cause the Evil Dead to rise on, attacking and possessing Linda. A zombified Linda then attacks Ash, forcing him to decapitate her and bury the body near the cabin. The evil force then goes after Ash and briefly possesses his body, but he is saved by the break of dawn and passes out for several hours. After waking up, he tries to escape, but finds the breeze leading to the cabin completely destroyed. The evil spirit then chases after him until he manages to hide from it in the basement. Meanwhile, Nobby's daughter Annie and his friend Ed meet to discuss some missing pages from the book and agree to go to the cabin to meet her dad. Back at the cabin, Ash wakes up to strange sounds coming from another room where he finds a piano playing by itself. Linda's decapitated body and head then rise from the grave and start to dance. She then tries to kill Ash, biting his hand before he takes the head to the shed and is attacked by Linda's body with a chainsaw. Ash destroys Linda's head, killing her once and for all, but nevertheless gets attacked once again by his own possessed hand, forcing him to sever the member. Annie and Ed find the destroyed bridge and ask local couple Jake and Bobby Joe for help, which they agree to give them for a fee. The four of them arrive at the cabin, where Ash continues to be terrorized by the demons. Thinking he is a madman, they lock Ash in the basement, and then proceed to listen to a recording of Professor Nobby, where he explains how he had to kill his possessed wife, Henrietta, burying his body in the basement. This causes Henrietta to rise from the ground and go after Ash, who frantically asks the group to let him out. In the ensuing battle, Ed gets seriously hurt and is then possessed, attacking the rest of them until Ash stops him. The remaining 4 characters are then drawn to a room where the spirit of Annie's father appears, telling them that the key to stopping the evil is in the missing pages Annie carries. It is now up to Ash and his chainsaw to stop the forces of evil. I saw Evil Dead 2 in 1999 when I was 12 years old. While looking for something to watch on TV, I happened to catch the film. I had never heard of the Evil Dead films or knew who Sam Raimi or Bruce Campbell were, but I remember being totally scared by this film, even though I was watching it in the middle of the afternoon. I had never seen horror done like this before, and for some reason I failed to realize that the film was a horror comedy. For me, this was dead serious shit, and I had a blast watching it. Rewatching the film years later, I realized what the movie was trying to accomplish. And I got to say, I enjoy it even more knowing this. Evil Dead 2 is the kind of movie you never get tired of watching, and it is easy to see why. As a comedy and horror film, it is unpredictable, energetic, full of imagination and dark humor, and a movie like no other. I mean, where else can you see shit like this? The Evil Dead trilogy is a must-watch for any horror fan. We're talking about Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi at the top of their game. It will make you jump, it will make you laugh, and it will completely take you by surprise on a ride of craziness and fun.
Groovy.